तं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तन्तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। We are looking into the Bhashya, connecting the previous section of Bhagavad Gita to the following section. Starting from the beginning of chapter 1 up to नयोत्स्य इति गोविंदम उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः. Shloka 8 of chapter 2. The gist of this portion of Bhagavad Gita is being discussed. In this portion, Arjuna is presenting his problem. Arjuna's problem. And they are Shoka and Moha. This problem of Arjuna is not unique to Arjuna. It is universal. Sarva pranina. Shoka and Moha are common for all beings. And Shoka and Moha are samsara bija. They are the cause of samsara. Bhashyakara explained how Shoka and Moha are samsara bija. इत्यतः संसार बीजभूतौ शोकमोहौ. Up to that we have seen. So this much is the problem. Problem as well as the cause of the problem. Everything is analyzed. Now the solution begins. Shoka and Moha are the samsara bija, and they are in turn caused by aham and mama, I and mine, and they are in turn caused by avidya or ajnana, ignorance. Therefore, to remove Shoka and Moha, we have to remove the root cause, ajnana, avidya. How can it be done? There is only one way to remove ajnana. Jnana, knowledge. That is why Bhagavan gives jnana to Arjuna. Read. Tayoscha सर्वकर्म संन्यास पूर्वकात् आत्मज्ञानात् न अन्यतो निवृत्तिः इति तदुपदिदिक्षुः सर्वलोकानुग्रहार्थम् अर्जुनं निमित्तीकृत्य आह भगवान् वासुदेवः अशोच्यान् इत्यादि तयोश्च तयोः means शोकमोहयोः. Those two. What are those two? Shoka and Moha. Tayoha nivritti. Their nivritti. Their removal. How to accomplish it? We need jnana. Atmajnanat. Atmajnanat tayoha nivritti. They can be removed by means of Atmajnana. And to get Atmajnana, one should go through the process of getting Atmajnana. It involves sarva karma sannyasa, giving up of all karmas. Sarva karma sannyasa purvakat atmajnana. The atmajnana and karma cannot go together. If I identify, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer, then Atmajnana is not possible. To receive Atmajnana, I should be ready to give up my doership. Therefore, Sarva Karma Sannyasa Purvakat Atmajnana Nivritti. Is there any other means than Atmajnana? Bhashyakara says there is no other means. Atmajnanat anyataha na nivritti. That is how we have to connect. Sarva karma sannyasa purvakat atmajnanat anyataha nivrittihi na asti. It cannot be removed without atmajnana. Anyataha means by any other means. Other means than atmajnana, it cannot be removed. Means atmajnana is the only means. See the line. Understand? Atmajnanat anyataha na nivritti. Means atmajnana is the only means. Atmajnanat eva nivrittihi ityartha. Iti. Because of this reason, Bhagavan wanted to teach Atmajnana. Tad upadidikṣuhu. Upadeshtum ichchuhu. with the desire to teach Atmajnana. For who? Not just for Arjuna. He wanted to teach it to whole world. Sarvalokanugrahartham, for blessing the whole world, all people, Sarvaloka, all people in the world. Bhagavad Gita is a universal teaching. Even Bhashyakara says, Sarvalokanugrahartham. It is not just for Indians. It is for Japan also, for Brazil also, for Germany also, Poland also, everywhere, Africa, all places. Sarvaloka. Sarvalokanugraharth. Krishna descended on the earth to bless everyone. Arjunam nimitti kritya. But Arjuna was a nimitta, a pretext, an incidental reason for Gita Upadesha. So he made Arjuna a pretext. Arjunam nimitti kritya Bhagavan Vasudevaha aha. Bhagavan Vasudeva said. So this is a connection to the following verse. The first verse as a teaching. So now we are supposed to start Ashochananvashocastvam. But before I am going to start, Bhashyakara is going to start Ashochananvashocastvam. Another person raises a hand. Someone is raising hand. Not here, there. So then Shankaracharya looks at him. What is your question? So then he is putting an objection. Purva Paksha. And the Purva Pakshi has already learnt something from here and there. And he has his own khichdi idea. Real khichdi. So he wanted to make a khichdi of Bhagavad Gita also. No, just now Bhashyakara said, Jnana gives moksha. Jnana puts an end to samsara. And Jnana is accompanied by sarva karma sannyasa, giving up of all karma. Sarva karma sannyasa purvakan atmajnanat nivritti. Based on this statement, a Purva Paksha. He says, it is not told in Bhagavad Gita. What you are seeing is not Krishna's teaching. Krishna does not say you have to give up karma and get Atmajnana. That is not the idea. Then what is the idea? Jnana karma samuchchaya. Jnana and karma should be combined together. Samuchchaya is a combined performance of jnana and karma. In the morning we saw the same word, jnana karma samuchchaya. It leads to Vairajapada. But there jnana means upasana. Upasanam is a manasa karma. It can be combined with another karma. There is no problem. So with the physical action, a ritual, one can combine upasana. It is very much possible. And when they are combined together, it gives a special result. But Brahmajnana, Atmajnana cannot be combined with the karma. It cannot be combined with the karma. Because of various reasons. We can give many reasons. Bhashyakara will keep giving them. So first reason is that karma depends on duality. You can perform karma only in the domain of duality. But jnana negates all duality. In Atmajnana, there is no duality. Why karma depends on duality? Because to accomplish a karma, one should have various factors. Doer, karta, karanam, the instrument, object, locus. We talk about 6 karakas, 6 factors. And these 6 factors have to be separate, different from each other. Therefore, duality is needed. In addition to the 6 factors, there has to be action. One should be able to associate these factors with the kriya, action. So, karaka and kriya. And then result of action. Phala. The phala has to be different from kriya and karaka. Something which is newly produced. Karma depends on kriya karaka phala bheda. The duality, differences of kriya, karaka and phala. Therefore, as long as I attribute reality to kriya karaka phala, to action, factors related to action and result of action. As long as I attribute reality to these things, I can do karma. I am entitled to do karma. But when I get jnana, I no longer attribute any reality to the duality. Kriya, Karaka, Phala, all differences are swallowed up. Because in my understanding, there is only one Paramartha Vastu. Ekameva Advitiyam. Only one reality. Then where can I have karma? All karakas are gone. All factors related to action are gone. Even the action is gone. Because in Brahman, no action is possible. And even the result is not possible. Because Brahman cannot be associated with anything that can be produced. It is Nitya. Therefore, Kriya, Karaka, Phala, all are sublated in the wake of knowledge. That is why in the domain of jnana, karma is not possible. That is why jnana karma samuchaya, a combination of jnana and karma, is not possible. This is Siddhanta. Bhashyakara will elaborate on this as we proceed. But then there is a Purvapakshi who is a Samuchayavadi. It is called Samuchayavada. This Purvapaksha is Samuchayavada. According to him, Brahmajnana as well as karma, they should be clubbed together by the same person. So you have to do karma also, then jnana also. Then in due course of time you get something called moksha. The very statement indicates that Purvapakshi does not understand the nature of Brahmajnana. Neither he understands the nature of Brahman, nor he understands the nature of Brahmajnana. We are discussing with such a person. But this person is an adept in quoting the scriptures. This is told in Gita, this is told in Vedas. He will quote without understanding properly because he has listened to someone else going here and there and he thinks that is correct. So we will read. Atra kechidahuhu Tatra kechidahuhu sarvakarma sannyasa purvakat atmajnana nishtha matra deva kevalat कैवल्यं न प्राप्यते एव किं तर्हि अग्निहोत्रादि श्रौत स्मार्तकर्म सहितात् ज्ञानात् कैवल्यप्राप्तिरिति सर्वासु गीतासु निश्चितः अर्थ इति तत्र केचिदाहु तत्र अबाउट डेटा केचिदाहु केचित् some people he does not directly mention their name. Some people, from the statements we can understand that they are samuchayavadis, jnana karma samuchayavadis. What do they say? सर्वकर्म संन्यास पूर्वकात् आत्मज्ञानानिष्ठा मात्रादेव केवलात् कैवल्यं न प्राप्यते एव. Only by means of atmajnana one cannot get moksha. You can listen to Vedanta as long as you want. It is a waste of time. For 12 years you can study Vedanta and get Atmajnana. It is not going to give you moksha. Here we will get some people speaking like this to convince you. Be careful. This region is full of Purva Pakshas. Because so many people, every idea in the world, every idea of spirituality you can hear around this place. What will happen? What is the use of studying Vedanta? You have to go to some cave and do meditation. So I will teach you a special technique of meditation. Someone will approach you. I am sure some of you are already approached. सर्वकर्म संन्यास पूर्वकात् आत्मज्ञानानिष्ठा मात्रात् एव. Only by means of Atmajnana Nishtha, only by means of commitment to Atmajnana with Sarvakarma Sannyasa, Kaivalyam na prapyate eva. One cannot get Kaivalya. One cannot get moksha. Moksha prapti is not possible. Then how to get moksha? Kim tarhi? Then how to get moksha? Agnihotradi shautak smarta karma sahita jnanat kaivalya praptiriti. So kaivalya prapti, moksha prapti. How to get moksha? Karma sahita jnana. Jnana accompanied by karma gives moksha. What are the karma? There are two types of karma. Karma means vihita karma. The karmas enjoined in the Shastra. We are talking about that kind of karma. The karma which will produce some kind of punya. Not any mundane karma, not eating or digging, not that kind of karma. So all of you are doing walking, eating, don't include it as karma. So there are two types of karma. Shauta karma and smarta karma. Shauta karma means the karmas that are enjoined in the Shruti, that are given in the Shruti, are called Shauta karma. Whereas Smarta karma are the karmas that are given in the Smriti. The Smriti talks about certain karmas. So these are two types of karma. Shauta karma starts with Agnihotra. Agnihotradi Shauta karma. Because they are given in the Shruti, in the Vedas. Then there are many forms of Smarta karma. In fact, most of the karmas that we do now, most of the rituals that we do now are Smarta. They are given in the Smriti, not in the Shruti. So Shauta karma is very rare nowadays. Agnihotris. How many Agnihotris are there? Very few, handful, not handful, maybe slightly more than handful. 40 or 50. That is the number of real Agnihotris all over India. So Shauta karma as well as Smarta karma. Both kind of karma one is supposed to perform according to one's varna and ashram. And in addition to that, one should also perform Atmajnana. See my words. Perform Atmajnana. This is according to Purvapakshi. Because Purvapakshi thinks Atmajnana is something which should be performed, practiced. Jnana cannot be practiced. Jnana is your vision. It is not something that you can practice in the morning for 10 minutes. It is not. Jnana is a vision which you carry always. There is no kala niyama for jnana. You cannot restrict jnana in a particular period of time. And it is not something that can be performed. It is not an action. It is an understanding. But Purvapakshi, according to him, jnana is something which should be performed. So, Agnihotradi Shauta Smarta Karma Sahitat Jnana. Jnana coupled with Agnihotradi Shauta Smarta Karma. Kaivalya Praptihi. It leads to moksha. Iti sarvasu gitasu nishchitorthaha iti. This is the essential teaching of all Bhagavad Gita, of entire Bhagavad Gita. Sarvasu gitasu. In entire Bhagavad Gita, nishchitaha artha. This is the ascertained conclusion. Purvapakshi does not have any doubt about it. And Purvapakshi will quote from Bhagavad Gita to justify his viewpoint. Jnapakancha ahuhu asya arthasya atha chetvamimam dharmyam sangramanna karishyasi कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते कुरु कर्मैव तस्मात् त्वम् इत्यादि. So, asya arthasya jnapakam. Jnapaka is pramana, the basis, the evidence in Bhagavad Gita. Asya arthasya, for this artha. How the Purvapakshi arrives at this meaning from Bhagavad Gita? He quotes certain selective lines from Bhagavad Gita. Atha chetvamimam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi. Chapter 2. Shloka 33. Krishna tells Arjuna, you have to fight. If you do not fight, then you will get papa. Atha chetvamimam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi tataswadharmam kirtim cha hitva papamavasyasi. You will get papa if you don't fight, because the fighting is swadharma for Arjuna, not for us. It is swadharma for Arjuna. And it is smartaka. So a kshatriya is supposed to fight, rule the kingdom. All those things are told in the Smriti. Therefore it is smartaka. For Arjuna, yuddha is smartaka. He might have been doing shautakarma also. Pandavas were doing Agnihotra. It is there in Mahabharata. So they were doing the shautakarma also. And they had a priest. You know his name? Dhaumya. To perform all their karmas. But this yuddha is a smarta karma. So Arjuna is supposed to perform his swadharma according to Krishna also. If he gives up his swadharma, he will get papa. Hitva papamavapsyasi. Because non-performance of swadharma will incur pratyavaya. Papa. So Krishna has mentioned this in chapter 2, and therefore it is true for all, according to Purvapakshi. Therefore nobody can take sannyasa. No. Because taking sannyasa involves giving up of karmas altogether, shauta, smarta, everything. So giving up karma and taking sannyasa and going to Rishikesh, it is all pratyavaya. Therefore, you should not give up karma. In addition to karma, you do some jnana, half an hour. Doesn't matter. It is Purvapakshi's idea. I am not telling Purvapakshi's. So, this is a quote from Gita to justify his point of view. But we don't say that. It is meant for Arjuna. It's not for everyone. But according to Purvapakshi, it is true for all. Karmanyevadhikaraste. Another quote. Karmani eva adhikaraste. You have adhikara only in performing karma, not in giving up karma. Purvapakshi's interpretation. Our interpretation we will see later on. So, karmani eva adhikara, natu sannyase, natu karma sannyase. Kuru karmaiva tasmatvam. Therefore, you should do karma. Karma eva, natu karma sannyasaha. Ityadi. All these are his quotations. And he somehow finds support in these quotes. So now, there is a Purvapaksha for Purvapaksha. Another person, he is objecting against the Purvapaksha. Third part, he is a Sankhya philosopher. We will read his argument. Himsadiyuktatvat Vaidikam karma Adharmaya Iti Iyam api Ashankanakarya. So, this is Purvapaksha of Purvapaksha. So, Himsadiyuktatvat Vaidikam karma adharmaya. This much. Sankhya tells the Purvapaksha. All Vaidika karmas, all Vedic rituals are adharma. Why they are adharma? Himsadiyuktatvat. Because they involve himsa, they involve violence. Adi includes so many other things. Wastage of resources. You have to pour lot of milk, pour lot of ghee. It causes pollution. Somebody might say, Deepavali. So all the crackers are causing pollution. So many objections against Vaidika Dharma. All NGOs have their own agendas. So this is an NGO, World NGO. PETA NGO. PETA. So you should not perform Vedic ritual. The soft target is Vedic ritual. He doesn't see any other form of violence. It's okay to eat anything. But when it comes to a Vedic ritual, it becomes himsa. And he starts holding banners. So your Vedic rituals involve himsa, violence. Therefore it is adharma. Therefore don't perform any Vedic ritual. Don't perform any Vaidika karma. Who says? Purvapakshi of Purvapakshi, Sankhya. And even we don't accept this view. It is incorrect. And the answer given by the Purvapakshi to silence this Purvapakshi, even we accept. So, Himsadiyuktatvat Vaidikam karma adharmaya. Vaidika karma leads to adharma. Adharmaya bhavati. It leads to adharma. Means leads to papa. Iti. Iyam api ashanka. This is an ashanka. An objection. Na karya. Purvapakshi says. Our Purvapakshi says. Na karya. Iyam ashanka na karya. One should not have this doubt. Katham. How is it that Vaidika karma is not his, is not adharma at least. Vaidika karma does not lead to adharma. This is Purvapakshi's idea. And even we accept it. Katham, how can you say that? Kshatram karma yuddha lakshanam guru bhratra putradi himsa lakshanam atyanta kruram api swadharma iti krutva na adharmaya tadakarane cha tataswadharmam kirtim cha hitva papamavapsyasi iti bruvata yavajjivadi shruti choditanam pashvadi himsa lakshananam cha karmanam prageva na adharmatvam iti sunishchitam uktam bhavati iti. Purvapakshi answers Sankhya. The Yuddha is Swadharma for Arjuna. And Krishna clearly says that the Yuddha is not going to lead to any papa. In spite of involving so much of violence, much greater violence than any Vedic sacrifice. If the Yuddha, which involves much larger violence, is not adharma, then how can this small Vedic ritual, which involves a small amount of violence, be called adharma? That is Purvapakshi's answer to Sankhya. So, Kshatram karma, the karma of a Kshatriya, Swadharma of a Kshatriya is called Kshatram Karma, Kshatriya's Karma. Yuddha Lakshanam, it is in the form of Yuddha. And the Yuddha involves lot of violence. There cannot be Yuddha without violence. Guru Bhratra Putra Adi Himsa Lakshanam. It involves Himsa, violence to Guru. In the case of Arjuna, it involves violence to one's own Guru also. Drovana, Kripa. Bhratra, brothers. Putradi, son, etc. All relatives. Himsa Lakshanam, characterized by Himsa to all these people. That kind of dharma, that kind of karma. Atyanta kruram api, though it is very cruel. Atyanta kruram api, swadharmaha iti krutva. So it is swadharma. Though it involves cruelty, though it involves violence, it is swadharma. Iti krutva. Because of this reason, na adharmaya. It does not lead to violence. And it is specifically stated in Bhagavad Gita. Tadakarane cha, tadakarane. If it is not performed, if this kind of swadharma is not performed by Arjuna, then Krishna says, you will get papa. Tatas swadharmam kirtincha hitva papamamapsyasi. Bhagavan's statement. Tataha. Tataha means without performing the karma, without fighting. By not fighting, what will you incur? Swadharmam hitva. You have given up your swadharma. If you do not fight, if you do not do yuddha, then you will not. You will be violating your swadharma. Swadharmam hitva. And kirtincha hitva. You will be giving up your fame also. The fame of bravery. He will be losing. Papam avapsyasi. You will get papa of non-performance of swadharma. Iti bruvata. By stating so. Yavajjivadi shruti choditanam. So, iti bruvata, by stating so, Krishna has directly stated that yuddha is not adharma. Yuddha does not incur papa. It is a direct statement. Then what we can understand? If the yuddha is not a papa, then something which involves lesser violence should not be a papa as well, as long as it is enjoined in the Shastra. Iti bruvata Krishnena. So, iti bruvata Bhagavata. Bhagavan who stated so. Yavajjivadi shruti choditanam. The shruti chodita karma. The karmas enjoined by the shrutis. This is karma enjoined by Smriti. The Vedic rituals are enjoined by Shruti. And he gives an example for such Shrutis. Yavajjiva Shruti. Yavajjivam Agnihotram Juhuyat. there is a Shruti Vakya. One should perform Agnihotra as long as one lives. Yavad Jivam Agnihotram Juhuyat. That is referred to here. Yavad Jivadi Shruti. Choditanam Karmanam. What? And the karmas involve himsa, not Guru Bhratra himsa. They involve some smaller himsa. Some small animals are sacrificed, like a goat, etc., in some Vedic rituals. Pashwadi himsa lakshananancha karmana. The karmas which involve Pashwadi himsa of goat, etc. Prageva na adharmatvam. Prageva, even before, means even lesser. They qualify even lesser to be adharma. If Yuddha does not qualify to be adharma, the Vedic ritual which involves lesser sacrifice, lesser violence, qualifies even lesser to be called adharma. That is the idea of the word prageva. Na adharmatvam. It does not have adharmatva. It is understood by implication, though it is not directly mentioned in Gita. So what is directly mentioned? Yuddha is not adharma, because Yuddha is swadharma. It is clear. Then by implication, we can understand that even the sacrifice which involves lesser violence cannot be adharma, because it is enjoined by the Shruti. Iti sunishchitam uktam bhavati. This is sunishchitam. This is well ascertained. This is clearly stated in Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, Sankhya's objection against Vedic rituals is not valid. Therefore, one has to perform the Vedic rituals, Shauta karma as well as Smarta karma, all one's life. One cannot give them up. And if at all there is a jnana, it has to be performed along with the Vedic rituals. So, a samuchchaya, combined performance of jnana and karma, leads to moksha. Whatever may be his understanding of moksha, we don't know. This is Purva Paksha, and from next line onwards, Siddhanta begins. Siddhanti says, Tad asat, your idea is incorrect. So why it is incorrect, we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.